All right, here we go. I'll be your DJ today as well. Coming up over,
lighthouse.
Yeah, one of two lighthouses. That's the Nanini Point 1 leading into now Willy Willy Harbor. The biggest boats come in like the cruise ship there. And then you can see the Huleia River in the corner of the harbor. That's the same one Indiana Jones used. Fly away from the guys chasing him in Raiders of the Lost Ark. And over 100 movies and TV shows filmed on the island. See a variety of locations today. Mike 11 Carter's Point. Mike 11, see you. On the paper from the red. North of Alabama, on the base sunshine, clear at 2.2. This beautiful ridge area known as Haupu Ridge, meaning happy memories in Hawaiian. A beautiful area most people don't get to see. For example, the helicopters fly a shorter route west of the airport, so they don't see this area. And it's all private property. Can't really explore it on foot. Beautiful beaches. This larger one here known as Kipukai, that's where they landed the airplane in 6 days, 7 nights with Harrison Ford. And the second Jurassic Park, a little girl found some small dinosaurs on that beach right in the beginning, which you may recall didn't turn out so well for her, but at least part of every Jurassic Park was filmed on the island. Some more nice beaches below our left side you can hike down to, take some horseback riding tours. One kind of the L shape on the point called Mahalapu. It's said to be where the first explorers discovered Kauai. Their arrival from French Polynesia, the Marquesas Islands, meaning they crossed 2,000 miles of open ocean to get here, by some estimates almost 2,000 years ago. First couple areas through here, like that boat ride that I mentioned, all normal.
This is very close to where we're staying.
Yeah, so the Poipu area is just ahead.
The Hyatt off to the left.
Yeah, the big green roof there.
Camilla?
Yeah?
Are you loving the roller coaster feel?
I don't know.
I bet you are.
The Poipu Bay Golf Course to the left, it's the PGA Tour course here. In the Grand Hyatt with the green roof, Shipwreck Beach in front of it.
Well, you can see our house down there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Going down.
Wonder if your mother's outside. Take a picture, Jeff.
The Poipu Beach Park then, back down to the right, you see the beach with what looks like the tiny island off of it, known as a tambolo. That's Poipu Beach, some of the best snorkeling on the island typically.
Yes, that's where Camilla saw her fish.
All right.
5 of them, right, honey?
Always loving Poipu. What kind of fish were you looking for?
Anything pretty.
Any fish? Okay. Most days you see Hawaiian monk seals or sea turtles at that beach at some point.
Yeah, we saw one beach. That was really cool.
All right. It's always fun to watch before they beach, because the people be out swimming and you just wait for them to spot the seal and they're just like terrified for like a half second. Like, oh.
Digging this music.
Play more when we get home.
As you may be heard, no private beaches in Hawaii, so in theory you can visit any beach we see today. Some of them, like Kipukai earlier, with private land behind the sand, you'd have to go in from the ocean via kayak.
Was that the sprouting horn back there?
That was, yep, back by the
I saw it.
L-shaped building.
Another horn right there is really cool.
Yeah, that one's called teapots. You got a good eye for it, Reese. Coming over all the fields here, these are coffee fields. Owned by the Kauai Coffee Company, goes way ahead of us. The largest coffee farm in the United States, which really just means it's the largest in Hawaii, but still huge. Not as famous as Kona coffee from the Big Island, but Kona has many small farms. And the best part, if you guys like coffee, maybe 15 minutes from where you're staying, there's the visitor center. You can try all the coffee they make for free.
Oh, wow.
Take a free tour, see how it's made. Nice gift shop there.
The sound of the ocean soothes my restless soul.
What kind of electricity do they get here?
It's mostly produced by diesel generator. We're actually near that bay to our left, so they have to ship it out here, giving us the most expensive electricity in the U.S.
Yeah,
That's what you said, huh?
4 times the national average. The next closest state is Alaska, and we're twice as high as them. So they're trying to expand the use of solar panel, though. You see a lot of those around.
That, yeah.
The sound of the ocean.
Are you all going to get out on the boats this trip? Any boat tours planned? Or?
Not this time.
Okay. Yeah, most of them leave out of that bay area to the left again.
There's a rainbow to the right.
Oh, look at that. Rainbow. Cool.
See it, Camilla.
What?
See the rainbow.
We were there in the sun on a white sandy beach.
Just crossing over the main highway here. The perimeter, much of the island in a big shape like a C. As there are no roads across the Pali coast, no paved roads to the middle of the island either. In fact, it said roughly 82% of Kauai is uninhabited.
Probably 99% on Forbidden Island.
Push that mic a little closer. Say that again for me.
But probably about 99% on that Forbidden Island.
Yeah, right. That's quite the island, owned by the Robinson family. Maybe you're familiar. They own all this land we're over right now, too. The east edge of Hanapepe all the way to almost Waimea Canyon. That's 20% of Kauai in addition to Niihau there.
Yeah. And they estimated that the place would be worth $1 billion over there.
Yeah, right. They still won't sell, so pretty neat.
They come over here in the mainland to look for wives.
Well, they can. Yeah, interesting culture. You probably heard kind of like a Hawaiian Amish when they become, 18, ready to go off potentially to school. They can choose to do that or stay on the island. If they leave, they can come back to visit, but they can never own property there. And similarly, if you get caught with the contraband out there, alcohol, drugs, that sort of thing, you're forever banished from the island. I've flown around it a few times, but you have to be invited to actually set foot on it. So, still working on that. What's that?
Public beach.
Well, that's kind of the gray area.
They send the big man out to get you off, right?
Exactly right.
Beautiful island.
Now, this is the drier half, but still quite green. It gets progressively rainy up towards the mountain. About our 2 o'clock in the clouds would be Waialeale. Means rippling, overflowing waters. That's the one they often call the rainiest place on Earth. Nearly 500 inches of rain annually. Over 40 feet of water, therefore it's almost always in the clouds. You want to see the summit while you're here? Good luck, but your best chance is right at sunrise. It tends to be the clearest, yeah.
Yeah, they got 46 inches of rain.
Well, yeah, just some estimates like 49.46 up on the North Shore in Honolulu. And that was in 24 hours, so quite the flooding episode.
Much.
You guys see the rainbow down there?
It's beautiful.
Was it caused just because we're above it? It was interesting.
Well, yeah, it's just all to do with the angle of the sunlight hitting the water vapor. So when we're above it like this, you often get complete circle rainbows.
Oh, wow.
What are tops, minimums up here? About, 4,200 feet?
The tops, the true summit is 5,243
Oh, it is?
feet. Yeah, just almost a mile, of course. Heading west, you can see how the terrain changes. These larger, deeper valleys, mainly carved out by water erosion. So I see riverbeds or actual rivers in the bottom of all these valleys. This one here called the Olokele Canyon. A beautiful area. This is all still privately owned for several miles, so no other way to see it.
feet.
Gotcha, Greg. All right, thank you. Coming up, football night. Careful, God, I got you.
Well, easy to see why there are no paved roads through here. It's very difficult terrain. And then where the island does finally flatten out up on top here to the right, all in the clouds, that is a big plateau that, because of all the rain, is basically a swampland.
Wow, that canyon right there is cool.
That swamp area, very unique, called the Alakai Swamp, and it's home to some of the rarest plants and rarest birds on Earth. In fact, it said we have 6 types of birds found in that swamp and nowhere else on the planet.
Where's the swamp?
That whole plateau, all of the
okay.
top of the island, yeah. What's that?
Used to flying in the wind from North
Oh
Dakota.
yeah, lots of wind over there. Oh, thankfully no icing over here to worry about.
That's true, yeah.
See those falls to the right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of falls.
Mike 11 Southeast Waimea. Yeah, many of these falls are basically always around, just the constant runoff from the swamp. We're leaving the private land into the state-owned Waimea Canyon, nicknamed the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. Some huge falls here on top of Waialae Valley. Those are Waialae Falls, and not the ones you see from the road. That's another one we'll see in a moment.
Wow. That was really cool. And we have good scenery in Montana.
Yeah, right.
We live really close to Glacier Park, so
Awesome.
fun to see this too.
This is the story of a tragic event that happened in the olden days, long time ago. This song is for the little, it's not the last.
Beautiful views all around. In some areas, the canyon almost 4,000 feet deep.
This one's for Minoli and his people.
One of the highlights of Kauai, driving the road to the canyon. Hopefully you guys have time for that if you haven't done it yet. Just right along this ridge ahead of us, paved the whole way. Don't need any permits or 4x4s or anything.
those the falls you see from the road on the right?
They are, yeah. We're gonna do a little right 360 here. Those are called Waipo'o Falls. About 800 feet tall. If you want a real close-up view of those, you can even hike to the top of them. It only takes about 40 minutes each way.
See where we were,
Yeah.
right on the top of that.
You come off on the left side?
Right by where the dirt
Yeah, the
is to
dirt.
the left, yeah.
Okay.
You guys do that trail, sounds like?
A couple people here have.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the fall's raging today. Great day to see them. Had a lot of rain over the past 2 days, so pretty neat.
What is that Doppler tower? It's Air Guard.
Yeah, you got some military facilities, and then you get way up on the highest ridge to the left. There's a NASA observatory as well.
Sick on that canyon road than I am on the airplane.
Yeah, that's like a racetrack, isn't
Yeah.
Some more military facilities out to the left. See the white domes? That's part of the radar station. The base itself is actually down on that beach back behind us. But every few months they do missile launching exercises over the water. As a defensive measure, practice shooting missiles out of the air. So you see the launches every once in a while. We're going to continue towards the sea here over these cliffs ahead, in some areas more than 4,000 feet tall. As this slowly gives way to the crown jewel of Kauai, the famous Napali coast, starting with the 2,500-foot cliffs of Nu'ulono.
that an arch on the right? Does it go all the way through? Or is it just a cave?
Here you see all these sharp spikes on the cliffs there. Those are called the cathedrals. Easily some of the most dramatic terrain in Hawaii.
On and offshore cathedral, got 6 laying at 1.8 climbing. Sure, cathedral for Kauai, 107.
Boy, what a day to fly. I don't think you guys could have chosen it any better. You can see the double beach to our left there. That's called Honopu. The only legal way for you to visit Honopu there is by swimming. As it's a sacred site, the Hawaiians would bury their royalty in the cliffs behind that beach, so you can't even land a kayak or a surfboard on the sand.
Isn't there a trail called the Honopu Trail?
There is. It goes to the top of that ridge, so you don't get to the beach from there, but that's a great trail, one of my favorites.
Weather okay over there, go low, or are you going home? What's your spinning a segment?
You got it. Look straight down and maybe see by the water there's the open ceiling cave. Looks like a donut from here. The small boat tours take you inside that one and many others when it's nice calm conditions.
Oh yeah, that's
But that Honopu Ridge Trail, somebody mentioned just above the right wingtip is where that trail ends. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Look down onto the beach area.
That's the one we were looking to do.
Okay. Especially right at the beginning of that trail, on your way back, it's easy to get lost. So maybe just look up, make sure you know the more specific directions.
Right.
Wow, look at that rainbow. That is unreal, right on the cliffs.
Beautiful. Got lucky.
Yeah. Glad we saved this till the end of our trip.
Again at Kalalau Beach below the cathedrals, and maybe see some buildings there. For the campers who hike all the way in there, again 22 miles round trip, top 10 most dangerous hikes on Earth. Get a maximum 5-night stay permit there.
That's the one that's closed currently?
Yeah, unfortunately, because the first parts of that one are excellent.
Why is it so dangerous?
Just the terrain itself, you know, can be, or it is very narrow big drop-offs can get slippery with the rain.
Oh, okay.
Risk of flash flooding, you know. Offshore Red Hill 2000, wings 11.
There's no grizzly bears.
Yeah, exactly. No bears, no poisonous snakes or anything.
I'm glad we picked this time of day. The lighting is outstanding over here.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This is the best time of day to see the Nepali when it's sunny, so definitely.
Good job, Don. Did you pick it?
I did.
Waterfall.
Wings 11 offshore Hanakoa 1.8. About the halfway point to that Kalalau Trail here, Hanakoa Valley. In the back to the right of the rainbow, you can see the Hanakoa Falls, about 1,400 feet high there. An even taller one next to it, known as Waiahuakua, over 2,000 feet. That one drains into the second longest sea cave on Earth of the same name, over 1,200 feet long, that cave. When everything is open, probably the most popular hike on Kauai takes you to the beach at the mouth of the valley to the right. That's Hanakapiai Beach. Or as you can go on the main trail without a permit. Or another 2 miles, you go to the back of the valley where there's a 300-foot waterfall known as the Hanakapiai Falls.
Offshore Cathedral, that turns 1.2.
Around KA Beach here where the road technically ends, although again the road is closed several miles east of here currently.
Is there a Nurses Beach?
Nurses Beach? Not that I've ever heard of.
Yeah, it was where they filmed the South Pacific.
Okay, that one, I know that one is Lumahai Beach.
Okay,
that one's, yeah, we'll cross over the top of
called
that one.
Nurses Beach.
Yeah, there's like 5 names for every beach on the island, so there you go.
Coming off of Cathedral, right turn 1.3, Colorado.
Up on the north shore, the rainy side of Kauai, coming around Tunnels Beach, out on this point that has this huge reef off of it. Excellent snorkeling and diving when it's all calm and accessible. Many visitors familiar with Tunnels Beach for a very famous shark attack. Way outside the reef, you see where the big white break is below. A teenage girl lost her arm to a tiger shark there. Made the movie Soul Surfer out of it, Bethany Hamilton. So
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
very famous. Yeah, she still lives here. Surfs in competitions throughout the state. And always fun to joke about, but sharks should really be about your last concern while you're here. We've had 14 shark bites on Kauai in over 130 years.
Wow.
Yeah, of course it's the ocean, so they're out there. I do a lot of free diving. We see sharks every once in a while, but kind of mind their own business. Not anything like the movies. They actually tend to be quite skittish. 11 offshore, turn in for Luma High number 2, 1.8. Now this here is Luma High Beach Check. It's nicknamed South Pacific Beach or others. That's technically or statistically the most dangerous beach for swimming on Kauai. And if you look at it, you can kind of see why there's no reef off of it.
Right.
So in the winter time, we get 15 to 50 foot swells up here. They come in really hard right into the shallows.
How's the fishing where the fresh water comes out?
It's a good spot to catch baby hammerhead sharks. But, yeah, they like that freshwater mixture there because it's murkier. Can sneak up on their prey better. But other than the small sharks, I don't have much luck fishing. So I don't want to take my advice. But I love catching the little sharks there. They're endangered, though, so you want to throw them back if you do catch one.
Yeah.
Here's the Hanalei Bay. You got Hanalei Town on the inland side. That's where the most severe flooding was. As I mentioned, almost 50 inches in 24 hours. This whole low area was completely under red water.
That's where we went swimming yesterday, I think. It's a nice beach.
Yeah, beautiful area. You often get nice sets of waves coming in for surfing lessons. They'll often do there. Princeville on the far side was kind of spared from the floodings. It's up on the hill, but everything looks pretty normal right now. If you go by the pier area, that's where you see collapsed houses because that river right next to the pier is normally at 7 feet. It was well over 15 feet during the flood.
Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind.
These are the waterfalls we can see from the road, I think.
Definitely.
So I read something about a secret tunnel that the sugar plantation folks built. Is that around this area as well?
Yeah, that's up kind of the back of this next valley. We'll see if we can make it up there with the showers. But elsewhere there are irrigation ditches. You can get on inner tubes and float down, kind of like a lazy river sort of thing. Those are pretty cool. In the Lihui Basin.
The invasive trees down there, the flat tops.
Yeah, the broccoli looking ones. Those are called albizia trees.
Albizia.
White 11 low saddle south 2.1. And those are brought over from Africa for lumber and for shade, early 1900s. But as you mentioned, highly invasive. They grow up to an inch a day here. A day, right. So it changes the whole characteristic of the wood. It's real brittle. Can't build with it. It breaks off in the wind, causing damage. So it's like a big, tall weed. If you want to take some of those home with you when you take the chickens, feel free. I won't tell on you.
Big fiberboard out of it.
Yeah. This is the Hanalei River Valley here. All public land, but no roads through it. Really no hikes that are maintained aside from that secret tunnel hike you mentioned that's kind of up towards the back. But on both sides of the plain, you'll see lots and lots of waterfalls after those recent rains.
What's the best season for hiking here, would you say?
There isn't really one. We are right in the dry season right now, but I mean, we still get these days where it's super wet, so it's just kind of a horse apiece. You know, hiking way up in the canyon in the winter time, it does get kind of chilly up there sometimes, but yeah, it's also nice if you're working hard, so I don't know what to tell you. Mike 11 Honolulu, Weeping Wall towards Wapuna, a 2.2. Easy to see why it's called the Garden Island, so lush and green, the falls everywhere. Brightest lime green covering the sides of the mountains, even as largely thousands of ferns. Many types of ferns are native to Hawaii, however, most of the plant life in the islands today is not native, including pineapples, coconuts, and most of the palm trees.
Are mangoes native?
They are not either. Pineapples brought over from Brazil, 1790 as a cash crop. Coconuts with the first Polynesians. You have a family of 16 types of palm trees that are native. Those are called Lo'ulu palms. Again, have no coconuts, but like most of the native plant life are an endangered species today.
Is this the, up to our left, the power line trail?
That is, yeah. It's right up, yes, through the valley, not really to the center, but it goes, what is it, 11 miles one way or something?
Yeah, this is where we were yesterday.
You guys did the trail?
The one next to it, what is it, Kua something? It's
Starts with a K, yeah.
The Kuilau Trail?
Kuilau,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. That's a nice one.
It was nice and muddy.
Yeah, right. Mike 11 Honolulu Ridge near the power lines for the crater. A few more waterfalls down the left. Again, you never know where you'll find them. Often asked how many falls are on Kauai, but they change, every hour, even when it's raining. But any given time, easily a couple hundred. After torrential rains, I'd say easily over 1,000. We're coming right up to the misty heart of the island. This is Waialeale, just ahead on the right. In that summit, almost always in the clouds. Sometimes you may read a place in India is rainier than Waialeale. However, something that's significant to me is Cherrapunji in India, it's called, is only even on the list due to a short monsoon season. So I think it's more appropriate to call that maybe the stormiest place on Earth, whereas we have steady rain all year long. Mike 11 flyby outside the crater north wall 2.2. You can see up into the Waialeale crater, goes back to near vertical rock walls over 5,000 feet high. And easily one of the most amazing hikes in Hawaii. Takes you right up that river all the way to the back wall. Unbelievable back there, but you need perfect conditions for it.
How many miles is it?
Mileage-wise, it's probably 6.5 miles, but the trouble is you're walking in the river and climbing over the rocks the whole time. It can, if it starts raining, the river you're in can go from ankle deep to chest high in about 20 minutes. And we hike all the time. That one took us about 7 hours round trip, and we had ideal conditions for it. So
wow.
Just kind of have to get lucky with that.
Hazardous weather information available from flight service. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec. Information, Quebec 015.
guys did Kauai. Did you go to the Arboretum at all? Check out the rainbow eucalyptus?
We did not.
Those are pretty cool. It's like right across the bridge from that area. So next time you'll have to check that out. Those rainbow eucalyptus are crazy trees. Like somebody threw all colors of paint on them, just all down the bark.
Huh.
Where is my love? Come on,
Of course, an ACF center. HCF center for
please answer me. Come on,
Transmitting with Tower, unreadable.
So are they allowed to put wind turbines for electricity around here?
They are not. Nope. Over here we have all those rare nesting seabirds, and birds tend to fly into wind turbines, so to protect those. We probably won't ever have them here. They do have them on Oahu, Big Island, really most of the other islands.
I see.
Lehui Tower, Wings 11, inbound north of Lakes Falls, Quebec.
Wings 11, Lehui Tower, report leaving falls for left base runway 3.
Port leave the falls, Wings 11. Yeah, all the islands are, of course, fun in their own way. Maybe you guys have been to some of the others, but to me, nothing measures up to Kauai's beauty, just with the dramatic terrain. But last weekend, I got to fly over to Big Island, cruised around the volcano. That was unreal. Wow.
Is this still going pretty good?
Oh, it's raging. Yeah, there's like a 15-mile lava river, just like a big boiling vat of lava down there. And it glows super orange even in the middle of the day. I don't have to wait till night. There's a little waterfall to the left called the Upper Wailua Falls. And I'm hidden away.
We'll be together again. Come on.
East coast to the island ahead, known as the Royal Coconut Coast, almost all beaches. Kauai has the most beach per area of any Hawaiian island, more than 50% of the shore natural beach. A nice bicycle trail, you can ride up the east coast there, easy paved ride. Rent bikes in Kapa'a for $5 an hour.
When nights are still.
Or you can hike up Sleeping Giant to our left there. Beautiful lifted view. We like to do that one in the dark and watch the sunrise from the top. Really cool.
Third Tower, Blue 59 from pad 15, like to hillboard, no time tonight.
We'll be together again.
Lehui Tower, depart land on risk, reposition to the north ramp. On risk, Blue 59, see you guys tomorrow.
We got one last set of waterfalls today. Be down to our right by those white sheds in the field, the Wailua Falls. Best one you can drive to, 10 minutes from the airport. 183 feet tall. And it is also possible the height to the bottom of these is just very steep and slippery. You gotta be extra careful and kind of hang on to ropes as you go down.
Radio check for hold up 251, please. Cover 251, the Green Tower, loud and clear. Help me. Cover 251, Lehui Tower. If you hear the transmission, do your radio checks on ground frequency 121.9er, not tower.
Like 11 leaving the falls.
Yeah.
Wings 11 leaving the falls.
Wings 11, reported Kmart.
Port Kmart, Wings 11. Alright, well, making our way back to Lehui ahead, second largest city on the island. to the north, the largest. Total population about 67,000. Only 10% of those said to be native Hawaiian. And then we see just over 1 million visitors per year, making us the 4th most visited island.
Tower, Mountain 7 is north of the lakes with Romeo. Mountain 7, Lahui Tower, flight trades approach report saddle. Trades report saddle, Mountain 7. Then taxi gate Alpha to your gate. Monitor ground on Alpha. Okay, we'll do it. Right turn on Bravo, cross runway 3 and Alpha to the gate. And monitor ground, 1273.
Wings 11's left base, runway 3.
Wings 11. Runway 3, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 3. We'll square the turn for crossing traffic, Wings 11.
Thank you. Wind 040 at 15.
Again, make sure you got those seatbelts fastened. Final descent to land here.
Very nice.
I get a lot of practice.
Clear to land, taxi to gate. Dispatch, clear to land, taxi to gate. Have a good night, Mountain 7. Lahui Tower, Mountain 9. Wing 11, continue down the runway, turn left to hotel.
We'll take hotel, Wings 11.
Wings 11, monitor ground via hotel to parking.
Wings 11 will go.
Mana 9, Lahui Tower, flight trades approach report saddle. Trades report saddle, Mana 9.
Unreal, thank you.